Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about all of the things that I loved in the month of January. And if you have been following along with my videos since the new year, there's not been too many. We always take a nice break after the holiday, so January is always a little bit less in terms of content that you see from me. But if you have caught up with all the vids, you will know that there have been some very specific continuous things that I have been loving this month, and there have been a lot of great new finds in the beauty realm. So I wanted to talk to you about them today. If you like favorites videos and you want me to continue doing them, please do give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me, and I would love to hear from you in the comments down below what some of the things that you loved in January were. Let's have a little chat, and I'm going to get started with skincare. I have some skincare, a fragrance, and some makeup favorites. I also have an unfavorite, but without further ado, my friends, let us dive in. So let's start with skincare. I wanted to actually talk to you, this is a continuation from my December faves, but over the last couple months, I've actually been trying a lot of new products in the skincare categories and trying some new things. And this ZO complexion renewal pad container has been one of them. This is actually a lovely gift that I received from the Raw Canvas Skin Bar. They gave me a bunch of skincare products to try. They were like, you have to try these. These are going to be amazing for your skin. And I've actually, you cut these in half, or they recommended that I cut these in half. So I use one pad per day, and I've been using half in the morning and half at night, and kind of just using it like a toner. I like that it's easy. I don't have to think about it. It's already pre-soaked little pads there. And I feel like it's been doing wonders for the glow and the texture in my skin, and I wanted to mention it because I am almost out and I'm going to be getting it again. I have really been enjoying these, and I think it's made a very significant change in my skin. So this has been a huge favorite, and it's very soon going to be an empty, so I wanted to give her another little debut in the faves vid. Speaking of skin, let's talk about the Tatcha Dewy Skin lineup. I've got the Dewy Skin Serum and the Dewy Skin Cream. I have been using these all month long, and I had been meaning to do it in December when I filmed that little TikTok viral makeup video, but these have been fabulous. It's definitely on the pricey side of the skincare realm, but Tatcha products, I actually took a look back through my videos and it was like 2015. Like Tatcha's been there through the YouTube journey, but it had just been so long since I tried the products, and I wanted to talk to you about the serum and the cream because this month I've used it every single day for my daytime skincare, and it's one of the most beautiful mixtures that I've put under makeup ever. I have not been wearing a primer at all. It is so hydrating. It is so luminous on the skin, and the one thing I wanted to note is it's almost like so dewy that I kind of get shiny. It's almost like a Tin Man effect, which is something that I love because so often with my bases and my hydrating primers, I'll always mix in some kind of shimmery product to do a little concoction on my face. So it's like, it really is acting like my moisturizer and primer in one, which I love, and it's been so beautiful. I've really been enjoying it, and I now understand why so many people rave about the Tatcha products and use them under makeup, because I felt like I hit a little bit of a wall when it came to my base products. Like, I obviously have my older favorites, but I felt like over the last year I was having a lot of issues with pores. I was having issues with my powder and just my makeup not looking good. I was just feeling a little bit weird about my makeup. I don't know how to explain it, and kind of addressing the skincare underneath, I felt like I was maybe just layering too many products under my makeup, and that's why I was having some issues. So kind of peeling back the layers of all the products I was putting, combining my skincare and primers in one, has definitely had a positive effect on how my makeup's been looking and lasting on my skin, and these have been beautiful. So huge favorites from this month. I'm excited to keep using them, and I would love to hear from you guys if you have tried any of the Tatcha products, what your thoughts are. So let us thank Kevin Kodra for bringing these to my attention. That was a lovely find. So other than that, all the rest of my skincare remains the same. I'm still using the same masks, still using my same SkinCeuticals nightly lineups. There's a lot of the products that are the same there, but those are a few new in from the month. Let's talk about a fragrance. I've mentioned this as a favorite before, but the Malin & Getz leather fragrance. I have been using this all month. I can't get enough of this scent. I really, there's a couple of scent profiles that I love. I love my deep leathery, warm, woody fragrances, and then I really love fresh and fruity. And this one kind of combines both of those. It's warm and leathery, but it's sweet and fruity at the same time. It's such a gorgeous combo. And again, I'm pretty certain I've mentioned this as a favorite before, but this has just been the fragrance that I've been going to all month long. It's so good. And I am making my way through this bottle. The one thing I will say, it's not the most longest lasting fragrance that I've ever put on. I put this on and then I definitely notice it exit my body throughout the day. Like my replica by the fireplace and my Tom Ford Umber Leather, that little combo that I love so much, that will last for weeks if I put it on a piece of clothing. Like it's such a long lasting scent. This one definitely disappears throughout the day, but I've really been enjoying that fragrance. I feel like it's very like fresh and sophisticated and just feels like a nice start to the new year to be spraying that on my body. Makes sense. Yeah, okay. So let's talk about some makeup. I wanted to mention the foundation favorite of the month. I'm not gonna lie, I've actually been trying a few new foundations behind the scenes that I'm going to be talking about. I want to do like a good proper review video coming up in February, but the main baby that graced my face all month long was the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. Holy mother of glow and gorgeous hydration. I have been loving this so much. I really love the packaging. It's very lovely and easy to use. It's got a light to medium coverage. It applies beautifully with my fingers, which is very important for my everyday makeup. And I also really love applying it with a sponge. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done much with it in terms of foundation brushes, but with these more like, it's a lighter medium coverage, but it's still like thick. And when things are thick, I usually like to go the sponge route with it. If something's like super liquidy, I don't mind using a brush because the beauty blender will just soak it all up. You know what I mean? Anyway, the coverage is gorgeous. The glow is real. The hydration is real, and it just looks beautiful on the skin. I wanted to talk about like the claims of the product itself. I think the main thing that it talks about is like hydration, plumping skin, ultra hydrated skin. Definitely does that, ticks all those boxes. But I thought it was funny that it says visibly reduces shine and blurs the look of pores. No, ma'am, I do not believe that this foundation does that. I have been going in heavy with the powder this month. It definitely creates a lot of glow, a lot of wetness on the skin, and I do not notice any of the blurring effect that the Bix Active ingredient claims to do. So that's definitely not the case. And I also thought it was interesting that the ingredient list goes water and then apple fruit water. I've never seen that in a base product ingredient list. I thought that was interesting. The ingredients in this honestly look great. I've really been enjoying it. And apparently it's supposed to be like a skincare and makeup infused product that visibly improves your skin over time. Only time will tell for that, but truly one to try for the new year. It has my full stamp of approval. It's gorgeous. I have the shade 4 Neutral, which is my fake tan shade. I definitely need to get a lighter shade, but I was really happy to have picked this up and try it this month, and it's been gorgeous. So they really knocked it out of the park with this one, and I actually got some new in skincare from Charlotte Tilbury, and because I've had such success with this, I kind of want to give it a go with like the Charlotte Tilbury skincare regimen as well, just to see what that does, see what that looks like. I don't know. Anyway, beautiful skin foundation is indeed beautiful. Big fan. Huge favorite from this month. And it instantly made its way into my everyday makeup bag. So speaking of bases, this month I took a little dive into the Hindash makeup world, and I filmed the video following the Hindash signature makeup look. And there were a lot of tips that I feel like I learned and gained from filming that video and watching him and being a new subscriber and follower of his. His makeup style is definitely right up my alley, and I'm a huge new fan. But I think the biggest takeaway that I took from his video specifically was using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder with a beauty blender. And this is something that I've done before. I have definitely set my face in with a beauty blender and powder before, but I think specifically him using it like kind of mid-routine and using it to set the under eyes has been such a huge change in my everyday makeup doing, and it's made such a difference, especially when I'm filming and like taking photos. It can be a little bit intense if you put too much, but I have resolved my issue of what to do in between, and I have you guys to thank because so many of you left this comment just saying to dip it into the powder and then take it off on the back of your hand. So that's been the biggest change that I've been doing, and I feel like it really gets rid of all that excess product before applying it on the under eyes, and it's been such a game changer in my everyday makeup, and I've been enjoying it. I feel like my under eyes just look so much more smooth. They're set. It lasts all day, and then it's not too much powder that it's looking like cakey and fine liney-y under my eyes. And in the past, when I've used the Laura Mercier translucent powder specifically, I've always been like, oh no, it's too drying. It's too intense and cakey for me. And I mean, those days are yesterday, my friends. I have been fully into this powder, and actually when I filmed how I've been doing my makeup lately, which by the way is the exact makeup look that I've got on. I've truly been wearing it every day. So if you missed that video, I'll link it here for you to watch. But even when I filmed that video and like earlier on while I was still testing this out, I actually found that like around my nose and my mouth was still too shiny for me to just take that like big powder brush after. So I've actually been kind of utilizing that same technique and putting it specifically around my nose and around my mouth and on my chin, just like this really center area where I get really shiny. And that might also have to do with the very, very dewy, very shiny skincare products underneath. But I've basically just been taking that tip from Hindash and just really lightly pressing the powder into my face. And yeah, I'm just so happy with the results. I'm really happy with adding that into the routine. And Hindash, you're the man. And also, yeah, if you missed that video as well, I will also link it below for you. We learned a lot in that bit. It was good. New makeup technique unlocked. All right, let's talk about blush. I imagine you guys know what blush I'm going to be talking about. It's the blush I've used all month long. And it was also new in over the holiday. I had mentioned this before, but NARS sent a beautiful package kind of replenishing my stocks and sending some of the new in products like their new foundation. And I was very, very grateful and found some new discoveries in here, including the Behave blush. I'm so smitten with this blush. It's the blush I've got on now, and it looks so boring and unassuming in the pan. You wouldn't think that it would be the most gorgeous pink ever, but usually like I really gravitate towards those more bright, cool toned pinks, or I'll go for like a beige neutral or some other specific color. I feel like it's been a while since I've used a shade like this, just a really, really muted kind of mauvey pink. Love it. This would have been right up my alley, like circa 2016. These would have been the shades that I've been going for. And I think because I've been playing a lot more with the cool tones in my everyday makeup, this has just been such a gorgeous addition. And it was a new blush discovery of mine from NARS. And it's in their matte blush section when you're like shopping it on Sephora. At least on the Canada website, there's only 2 that show up in the matte section. And this is one of them. And it's gorgeous. I love it. I've been wearing it every day. And it was just a very unsuspecting favorite of mine this month. Really, really love this shade. It's definitely one to try. If you are of similar skin tone to me, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous color to try. Gorgeous, gorgeous girls wear NARS Behave. Dude, I've seen that TikTok way too many times. I realize like how much I use gorgeous in my daily speaking because of how much that TikTok now plays in my brain. I'm like, oh no, my brain is broken. Okay, next up in the faves, I couldn't not discuss the eyeshadow palette that I've been wearing every single day, and it's the Dior Undressed palette. This is 647, the palette that no longer exists. Why do brands do this to us? But I wanted to speak specifically about these 2 shades here. And I realized like I was really trying to find a dupe for you guys in my makeup collection. And I realized the special thing about these shades, these particular tones, I have them in a ton of palettes. Like you can find the same things kind of in any cool tone palette, like the Natasha Denona Glam palette, the Makeup by Mario palette. Like there's a lot of eyeshadow palettes that have similar like shades of brown that exist in them. But I think specifically what makes these Dior shadows special is that there's like a very subtle glow to it. It's not a true matte shadow, but then it doesn't have any visible shimmer in it whatsoever. There's no glittery bits. It's just like, it's just glowing from within, these beautiful little shades. And even the center one, the center shadow is a matte shadow, and then the ones around it just have this very subtle glow. So that was what was unique to these shadows in my collection that I couldn't actually find exact dupes of. However, a few of you did mention this, and I agree, and I have swatched them, and I am happy to report that those Revlon So Fierce palettes, this one in particular, 965 Tantrum Caprice, have that similar glowing effect. And I remember the first time I tried these, I was like, oh my god, Revlon, these shadows are gorgeous. And now that I've swatched them side by side, I can confirm that they have a total similar feel to that very subtle glow in the Dior shadow. So I'm going to swatch them side by side for you so you can see that it's almost an exact dupe, which is very exciting. Okay, so here are the swatches of the 2 palettes. Dior shadows are on the bottom and the Revlon shadows are on the top. So you can see that these 2 are almost a complete exact dupe. I think the Dior one is just a little bit deeper, and then out of the lighter shades, the Revlon one's just a little bit more cool tone and gray. But you get a pretty similar effect and feel, and I hope you guys can see the glow that I'm talking about that exists in both these shadows. So that was the closest dupe that I could find for you in my collection, and I mean, I've talked about them before, but these Revlon palettes are gorgeous, and I'm definitely going to pull them out of hiding from my collection, but was really, really happy to find such a close dupe, and especially in a drugstore, a much more affordable format. that was very, very exciting. So there's an update on the Undressed palette that I've been raving about all month long, and we have found some love and a dupe in the Revlon palette. Now, I wasn't actually going to include this, but I figured I couldn't help but not include it because I get so many questions all the time about the lip products that I'm wearing, and I just wanted to say that again, the combo that I've been wearing on my lips all month long has been Victoria Beckham Beauty Filled. It's the O2 Lip Definer and then the Posh lipstick in the shade Pout. So this has been the combo that has been on my lips. I've actually been in a little bit of a boring rut when it comes to my lips. I haven't been playing with my lip collection, which is not what I wanted my new year to look like. So I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. Let me know what lip products that you are currently loving. And if there are any new lip products that you want me to try, please do let me know. I really need to get out of this routine. I'm stuck in it. I'm stuck in a Victoria Beckham hole when it comes to my lips. Next, I wanted to actually mention an unfavorite, and this will come as no surprise to you if you watch the Hindash video, but I feel like we just have to talk about the NARS Mambo liner, and specifically because when I filmed that video, I was like, I don't know why it's so bad. It looks so purple on me in comparison to Hindash's videos, and it also was not blending out at all. It was so lumpy and crumbly. Before I started filming, I actually had to sharpen it like 4 times over because the bits just kept falling off like it was dried up. So I don't know if it really is like just an old batch or what happened with this, but it's not good. This is not a good liner, and a lot of you commented on that video saying that the NARS Mambo liner was reformulated, which I thought was interesting. Apparently Hindash mentioned that somewhere as well, and it is not the same eyeliner that he knew and loved, so I thought that was interesting and just wanted to do a little follow-up because so many of you guys let me know that. And I had such high hopes for this when I was going to film that video. I was so excited about a new liner. You guys know how much I love my like chocolatey brown liners, and yeah, aside from the fact that it is not a chocolate brown at all, this is straight purple. It was not good. It was not good. The formula was not good. So we'll just set this aside, keep it as an unfave from the month, and we shall move onward and upward. If you are new here, you may not know this, but if you are an OG follower of mine, you know how much I have loved and used and poured the Smashbox Primerizer over my face and body over the years. It has been one of my favorite go-to primers for so long since it came out. I remember when it was launched, I attended the launch event and it was love. It was marriage and love ever since. It's such a great primer and I've gone through so many bottles. I've included it in so many giveaways. I've talked about it at length. I've done so many campaigns with Smashbox with that primer specifically. And I saw on Sephora that they came out with a ton of new primers, like all in the same packaging. And then one of the new packaging said Photo Finish Primerizer plus Hydrating Face Primer. It's like a 2-in-1 little primer, and that was showing up in the new at Sephora section. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Where's the primerizer? Went onto the Smashbox page on Sephora. Lo and behold, the primerizer was nowhere to be found. And keep in mind, not too long ago, they had also like redone the packaging and everything. They rebranded it. It was the same beautiful product. So I was very confused. Sent them a message on Instagram and I was like, dear Smashbox, I need a statement. What's going on with the primerizer? And I shall read to you what they said. Yes, the Photo Finish Primerizer is being phased out and is being replaced with the Photo Finish Primerizer plus Hydrating Face Primer. The new formula still offers hydration and a dewy finish, plus our new silk screen primers that create a breathable, silky barrier that perfects the canvas by smoothing and strengthening skin against damage from environmental aggressors. The primerizer is no more, and I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It seems like it came out of nowhere. Why did you have to wreck something that was so perfect? But the new primer does have like the same name plus this whatever this silk screen primer thing is, but I'm definitely gonna have to test it out. I don't know how I feel about this little silky screen thing. What I loved about the primerizer is that it was kind of like the idea of this little combo here. It was a primer and moisturizer in one. It was more like liquidy and watery and kind of felt more like skincare on the face, and that's what made it so beautiful. So now that they're putting it in their little squeezy tubes, which are usually very like silicone-y feeling primers, I don't know if that's going to be the same thing. So only time will tell. I haven't even tried this new product yet, but makeup news, the Smashbox Primerizer is no more. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. So those are all my faves and unfave, bit of makeup news. The final thing I wanted to mention is actually my nails, because I have never gotten so many questions and messages about my nails before ever, and I actually feel so badly because I feel like I've been very specific about showing what I get done, and the fact that I've been going to the nail salon. Listen, I've had my fair share at DIY attempts, but we left that in 2020, okay? 2021 was the year of hard gel discovery for me, and it's been on my nails for almost a complete year. And I've loved it so much. My nails have never consistently looked better, and I felt so badly because when I was posting like the colors that I was using, like the Jenny mixture, I mentioned that she made me a custom color, which was so sweet. And that's a specific brand of hard gel, and then she makes her own color. And then at the salon, I use the IBD. It's called the Building Gel, and then there's the shade Pink that I use, and that's what I have on my nails now. And it's just this beautiful clear coat. I had it before the holidays as well. Like during Landmas, I did red nails, but before that I was using this color, and it's just such a gorgeous, plain, neutral, almost clear, like easy go-to nail color. And so many of you messaged me on Instagram, and I was feeling so badly. I was feeling so guilty because people were saying like, oh my god, hey, I bought the IBD gel off Amazon and it's not staying on my nails. Like, what do I do? And sometimes I definitely assume that there's just like an unspoken understanding that this was a gel that needs to be set with a light and that I get it done at the salon. But I guess at one point when I shared it on Instagram, I hadn't actually specified that, or I think I did. But anyway, I felt so badly that people were like buying this product and then trying it at home and not realizing that, yes, you need a light, you need to buff it. Like it's a whole process. It's like a specific product. So I figured I should just touch on that here in the video. The IBD builder gel that I get. I'm sure that you could Google this or look up a YouTube video specifically. I've seen the IBD gel at like literally every nail salon I've been to. I've tried shellac, I've tried dip. They all chip and break on me. This hard gel survives. It's the strongest, best gel that I've ever used. And so what they do, they put a little, I don't know, bonder layer on. They put this like clear liquid on your nails. Then they take the paintbrush, they take the goop of the nail gel and they put it on, and then you set it under a light. Then it's like literally goopy on your hands. Then they take the little, you know, metal file, whatever, and they file it to shape. And they actually do that, well, at least my lovely salon does it twice. And they do the shaping, they do the filing, they file it all down, and I actually get it extra thin because I want it to look very natural on my nails. And then they put a clear coat of shellac on, just a top coat. I put it in the light, and voila, that is done. If you wanted to get a color on top, they can use any shellac polish and they paint that on top as well, and usually do 2 layers and then they do the top coat. I just find it looks too thick for my liking when you do all those different coats and layers of things. I like to keep it simple and plain and nice and thin. Do I feel like this is something I could do at home? Absolutely not. This is not something that I could do myself. I go to a salon to get these nails done, and I just wanted to make that extra clear, and I'm so sorry if I let anyone astray with that, but no, this is something that I get done. And again, I've had it done at multiple salons, like a lot of places. I mean, at least in the Vancouver and Lower Mainland area carry this specific gel, but there's a lot of brands that are the similar thing. I think it has a lot of different names. Some people call it biogel, some people call it hard gel, but just the goop in the container, that's what it is. And that is the nail process that I have been doing and loving, and it's changed my nail routine forever. And it was Jenny in Toronto who first got me onto the hard gel. So Jenny, we love you dearly. I miss you deeply. And yeah, she changed my nails forever. So that's the nail routine. That's the color that I have been rocking, and I just wanted to clear the air about the IBD hard gel. So my friends, that wraps up this video. Those are all my faves, some fun little news and updates for you. Be sure to check the description box down below for all the products that I have mentioned today. And if you want to catch up on some videos, I will list everything that I've talked about in the description box down below, including the hard gel. Please let me know the things that you've been loving in the comments down below, and I will see you all very soon for a new video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!